talk about what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to be live tomorrow, New York time, noon, to basically start going over gastrointestinal questions and topics. I'm going to go through everything that's in both step one as well as CK gastrointestinal topics. Now, I was supposed to go live today, but a work emergency has come up, so I'm getting ready to leave for that right now. Just waiting for my Uber. But in the meantime, I wanted to make sure I let everyone know how this is going to work out. So basically, I'll go live tomorrow, noon, New York time, that's Eastern time. And I'm going to be talking about everything in gastrointestinal from beginning to end. And I'm going to use both sources. So it's going to be both step one and CK because, again, in CK, the topics are the same topics as you have in step one. There really isn't a major difference in like what topics are going to show up. You're still going to see the same diseases. You're going to see the same question styles, right? The only thing that changes is the final question, where in step one, it can be something nitty gritty where they actually just want you to tell them the diagnosis and it's going to be a tricky question where the answer is angiodysplasia. Or in CK, where it's going to be a sophisticated question and then they'll ask you what's the next best step in managing this patient. Right, so those are the two basic types of questions. You get the general difference of questions between step one and CK, but the material is all the same, and the more you know the better, because in the CK books they actually teach medicine in a more medically relevant manner, whereas in any step one book it's more of a medical school manner, right? You're just learning silly things that you'll probably never really utilize when you're in medical practice yourself. So that often ends up being a big difference. But when you look at the CK topics, when you actually study from the CK books, you start seeing things that they're going to do in the practice questions that maybe you didn't learn from the step one books. So when you're reading practice questions on anything you're doing, UWorld, AMOS, whatever it might be, when you're doing these practice questions, what you often see are things that are happening, like they're going to say a patient came in with X, Y, and Z symptoms. Then they'll tell you, oh, we ordered an ultrasound, and then after the ultrasound we did a CT because the ultrasound showed something. When they say these things in practice questions, that's them teaching you the order of the workflow and how you're supposed to handle these patients, right? So it's very critical that you learn from the question even when you're reading the question. The questions themselves don't just test you, but they actually teach you a lot as well. So we're going to be going through topics from beginning to end. So GIT is from top to bottom, right? So first off, it starts off with esophageal stuff, where you can get very confusing questions about what's causing either achalasia, esophageal perforation, many different ways to get esophageal perforation. You can have different kinds of the zenchodermaticulum, right? You can have oral problems, you can have dysmotility problems, you can also have problems of just having some kind of esophageal cancer. And differentiating these things is almost always just going to be based off of one single thing, right? Just one little thing in the question will knock out all the other answer choices and only make one answer choice viably correct. So we're going to be going through topics, and then we're going to be going through practice questions, and the session is really only going to be for members. So under any video of mine on my channel, you can see there's a join button. When you click that join button, you'll have access to all my previous lectures on any topic I've ever taught before, and you'll be able to join all my live sessions, and you'll be able to be a part of my Discord server where everyone has been messaging me, asking me questions. If you have any questions about, how is the pass fail step one going to affect me, what should I do for a study plan, anything you want to know. If you have questions regarding residency, if you have questions about possibly, if you're in America, getting a job as a stay-at-home, work-from-home clinical research coordinator or anything along those lines, feel free to reach out to me and go ahead and join the membership so you can be a part of the community in a very effective manner, and I can work with each of you one-on-one when the time comes. So that's kind of what I'm offering. I look forward to seeing all of you guys joining, and then all of you guys attending the sessions that are going to start happening. So tomorrow I'll be live noon Eastern time zone, New York time, to start gastrointestinal. See you guys there, and I hope everyone's having a good year so far.